So I figured this is an appropriate time to make this video. Instead of the quarterly never forget COVID and how we never should forgive the people who acted the way they did during that, I'm going to go a different direction with this video. If nothing else, what we can take away from 2020 was the obvious lack of preparedness from a medical standpoint as far as staffing, housing, supplies, everything. When even there was I wouldn't call it a mass migration to hospitals, but even well, we can say large one, right? Do you think it was a decent run on hospitals? And again, instead of getting into the specifics of what it was, I'd like to pose a question. We saw with our own eyes how, well, I don't know, because remember, there was hospitals that definitely, there was a lot of people at. Now, there was also some fibbing going on because we lived in Phoenix at the time, and we watched the news one day where the local hospital in Phoenix, they showed it was packed everywhere, lines out, this and that. You couldn't get in. It was terrible. And then I dropped my friend off there for surgery literally the very next day, and it was a ghost town. And he said the whole time he was there, it was a ghost town. In fact, he said he had 6 personal nurses the entire time because no one was there. He needed like an emergency surgery. But that's neither here nor there. The point of this video is I have not seen, now maybe there is. In fact, I'm guessing maybe there's a couple, but in general, I have not seen any major attempt by any town, city, state, or on a federal level to bolster hospitals. I haven't seen or heard of any new emergency preparedness plans that would enable hospitals to add staff, rooms, supplies at an accelerated level if there was some type of event that required a mass run-on of hospitals again. Have you?
No.
No plans from community leaders, no plans from lawmakers, nothing. So
right back to how it kind of was, wasn't it?
Yeah. So out of all the BS, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Oh, yes, very much. Thank you so
much.
much. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. There you go. Yes. Thank you so much. Have a great day. You too. So, out of all the nonsense that came out of that, the thing that one of the few legitimate concerns hasn't even begun to be addressed, which is concerning, because we're in the ER. We're quite intimate with the ER. We go quite a bit between my wife and myself. Lately, it's been mostly my wife, but I've had my fair share. And this is, I'm not going to say which hospital, but we are in a major hospital, and it's it's a good hospital, and all the nurses, everybody here is amazing.
We're so blessed.
No complaints there.
Nope.
They're very thorough. The doctors are
they're on it.
taking many tests and MRIs, and they're not doing it just to run with bill. Like, my wife's complicated, and they're doing it to make sure they get it right. But it's not them. It's just the sheer amount of people that come here have made it such that all the rooms are full, to the point where there's beds lining the hallways. That's how packed it is. And even if you get admitted you stay down here until they can wait for a bed to open up upstairs. Now they are adding on an addition. However, I've been told by multiple people by the time the addition is completed, which I think is scheduled for next year, roughly, maybe 2 years, 2027.
That I'm not sure someone
Yeah.
speak on.
From what I've been told, and I'm prepared to believe that by the time the addition's done, they'll be at capacity. I heard it's going to be more streamlined, so that'll be nice. So at any rate, the point is what occurred 5 years ago, again, to summarize, one of the main issues was the lack of facilities, the lack of supplies, the lack of help. We've had 5 years to address that issue, and again, I have yet to hear a community leader, a lawmaker, anybody even begin the conversation of addressing that problem. So, just an observation.